Yo, what's going on, YouTube? Vladi Lifestyle is here, and welcome, friends, to our said Sunday. That's not so Sunday. I call it Goal Setting Sunday Walk Q&A. So I'm gonna leave a few minutes, guys, for people to join us. I'm gonna leave, like I said, some time for Q&A, but also want to tell you a little bit, teach you or pass the knowledge what my mentor been passing to me for the last year. And that's something that's been helping me, been super helpful for me, for my productivity, and also it's really been a game changer in order to reach my goals. So, you know, there's no gatekeeping. So I'm here to share, guys. If you're watching a replay, welcome in. If you're watching right now, hopping in right now, welcome to the Vladi Lifestyle channel. As this channel is all about fitness, workouts, nutrition, mindset. It's all about how to level up in your physique, in your health, how to be metabolically healthy. Did you know only about 7%? I don't know about the whole world overall, but United States stats, it's only 7% of adults, 7% of adults in US are metabolically healthy. That means you're just in nice health. You can do all the fun stuff, you can do push-ups, you can do pull-ups. You have healthy heart, lungs, liver. You can run, you can lift. You're not getting out of breath after just taking 3 levels of steps. You're in a healthy, lean body fat percentage, which is about, I would say, 15% or below body fat percentage. It's a metabolically healthy. And 70% of US is overweight or obese. Crazy, which means they are in that 20% body fat or higher. So crazy, mind blowing to me. So yeah, guys, welcome in. I see more people joining. Welcome to the Vladi Lifestyle page. Stop here. If you have any questions right now, guys, you can ask me. And like I said, I want to tell you a little, pass some knowledge about the goal setting Sunday and really how powerful it's been for me to have a goal setting Sunday for my productivity, for my goals, for my life, for leveling up in life. And what does it mean, right? My mentor taught me, hey, what's going on, friends? Welcome in. If I was joining, guys, welcome. So, what is today's Sunday, right? So, pretty much for everyone who's watching it, it should be. Of course, we have like some time difference, but it still should be Sunday, right? So, so goal setting Sunday. What is Sunday helpful for? I always call it Sunday is great to recharge your batteries, right? So reset, recharge, and get ready for the new and productive week, right? For a new, great, productive week. But also, what I like to do on Sunday, still, of course, I just could like to lift, go for a walk like I'm doing right now. But also, what I like to do on Sunday, to rest, right? Go to church, spend time with my family, with my loved ones. Today, I spend my time with my fiance, with her family. We've been doing some exciting stuff actually for the wedding that's coming up in 5 months. So we've been doing that. Some house hunting. I'm gonna give you a little heads up, but I'm gonna share about that probably later. But also, I love my Sundays to set the goals. To set the goals for the week ahead of me. All right, I'm gonna share a story with you about. Sorry, just a second. All right, damn, freaking dog just jumped at me, which is pretty crazy. I literally just walking, passing 2 dogs, and one dog just literally just jumped on me, almost bit me. Crazy. Okay, go night night. Let's freaking go. I'm gonna go with the dog right now. I'm gonna put him to sleep. Little moffa. Right. Well, anyway, almost got bit by dog, but who cares, guys? Yeah. So anyway, Like I said, my mentor shared with me, and I'm passing knowledge, guys, to you. My Sundays is for recharge my brain, right? Recharge my batteries. Ideally, that's why I like to take Sunday off from all the clients, from everything. Even if I have something comes up, I can make money. I'm like, you know what? I'd rather recharge my batteries, unless it's like something really will pay forward. But I usually like to recharge my batteries on Sunday, spend time with family, go to church, connect with God, connect with myself, connect with my inner self, and just have a great day, right? So, what also I like to do is to set the goals for the week ahead. Let me tell you the story. I'm going to tell the story really quick, and we'll take it from there. So, the professor has two jars, right? There's a classroom, a bunch of students. Professor has two jars, right, on the table, two empty jars. One of the jars they start filling with the sand and small, like those small tiny stones, like graving, how it's called, not the sauce graving, but you got it, like small stones and sand, right? So he fills up the jar with the sand and all the little stones and asks students, "Hey guys, are the jars full?" And they're like, "Yes, professor, the jar is full." And they're like, "Can we squeeze any big stones?" It has big stones on the floor, on the table. Has big stones. He has little stones, and he has sand and even water on the table. So he filled out the jar with the sand and little stones, and he's asking students, "The jar is full?" They're like, "Yes, professor, jar is full." He's like, "All right, what about, can we squeeze any big stones? Can we put any big stones inside?" They're like, "No, professor." Okay, good. All right, so he takes another jar, empty jar. He starts this time with the big stones, right? He starts with the big rocks, he puts the big rocks first in the jar, and he's like, "Hey guys, the jar is full right now." They're like, "No, actually, there's a bunch of space, between the big jars." He's like, "Okay." He starts putting the little stones, they start scrambling, actually, like, start spreading in between the big stones. He's like, "How the jar is full now?" They're like, "No, professor, actually, there's still more space." Okay, great. He starts pouring some sand, in the jar. He pours some sand. Now the sand tried to able even like to spread evenly, between the big stones and little stones. And he still adds even some water on top of that. So he adds water, and boom, now his jar is full. And he's asked the student, "Guys, are the jar is full?" They're like, "Yes, professor, now the jar is full." So you see the difference. One jar was filled out with only little tiny stones and sand. Nothing else would fit in. Another jar was filled out with the big stones, big rocks. And after that, he was still able to squeeze little stones, sand, and even water. So, guys, your life, your big priorities in life, something that will make you crazy happy and crazy proud of yourself. This is your big rocks. This is can be like, for me, like, for example, this is wedding this year, or maybe buying the house for you, or finishing college, whatever it is for you, or finding the job, or start making six figure, or losing 30 pounds of fat, especially if we talk about fitness, can be like, for you losing some body fat. This is your big rocks, big rocks. This is the life that you really like look back by the end of the year. You look at the whole year and you're like, damn, yes, I'm proud of this year. I was able to achieve, the six figure job. I graduated college. I had a beautiful wedding, like for me. I bought the house, I lost 25 pounds of fat. All of this is your big rocks. And the rest, all the small stones, all the sand, small stones is like a little task, like something still kind of like nice to achieve, but it's not your like priority, but it's still cool, to achieve. The sand is like, all the little unnecessary stuff that we do on a daily basis, like emails, like some like, all the busy work. And the water, it's probably been like completely unnecessary, but still, of course, in our life, all the Netflix and chill, all the scrolling. So you see, most people, they fill out their jar, they filled out the jar with all the busy work, right? So busy work, which is sand, like emails, checking emails, checking stuff, the scrolling and shit. So that's what all we filled out. the jar. But the big rocks you can see not able to fit in. But when you start with the big rocks first, then everything else, all the unnecessary stuff that is not priority, still able to fit in if you prioritize the big rocks first. So same with life. That's why I call it. So I was leading this to goal setting Sunday, guys. When you set your goals on Sunday, sit down, spend 5 minutes right now. Seriously. I was watching right now on replay. I watch right now. Guys, spend 5 minutes, sit down and really ask yourself, what would make me happy by next Sunday if I achieve this one thing, even one thing? Don't even try to chase 3, 5, 10 things. One thing you'll be able, this is your big rock. One thing you'll be able to do next week, next Sunday, you look back on this week and you're like, damn, I'm proud. That was a productive week. So think about that one thing, write it down, and make it happen. Whatever it is. For you, maybe it's to finish some project that you've been putting off for a very, very long time. Maybe it's start posting, right? So be consistent on social media, or maybe for you, it's, waking up earlier or drinking more water, every day. Or maybe losing like 2 pounds of body fat by next week. So set the big rock, and start moving that forward, man. Okay. So that's why goal setting Sunday is such a great tool, guys. And we all just chill, do nothing on Sunday. It's great. Don't get me wrong, it's good to relax, especially if you had like hard, busy week. But if you're not setting goals, if you're not setting those big rocks, how you can move the big rocks next week, you're just gonna blow off next week like this without being productive. Yeah, guys, that's what I wanted to share with you. So like I said, spend 5-10 minutes, seriously. Sit down, 5-10 minutes instead of watching Netflix, spend 5-10 minutes and think, what is truly, if you do something looking back next Sunday on the week that ahead of you, if you just move one big rock, maybe finally to answer that email that can actually move your job forward, maybe finishing some project at school, maybe it's, like I said, going and finally dedicating this week to start prioritizing going to the gym, going for a walk like I'm doing right now, just something. Whatever you'll probably set the goal back in January. We're exactly right now, guys, halfway to the year. So think, what was the big rocks? What was the big rocks for this year? And start moving them one rock at a time. All right. So I hope that was helpful. I hope the analogy was also helpful. Oh, I feel so good outside right now. This is crazy, guys. Look at this lake view right next to me. All this is just beautiful lake. These clouds, a little bit of sun right now. Sunset is coming. So damn beautiful. It's crazy. I absolutely love this weather. Damn it. Missed, of course. Chewing gum. I missed. No, I guess so. I guess that's it for today. Hope that was helpful for you. Catch me tomorrow at my mentorship Monday, as always. Planning to do around 5 p.m. Eastern time, EST, 5 p.m. EST. My mentorship Monday is going to be banger, I promise. So subscribe here. Come back tomorrow. Start your week strong. Let's go, guys. I'll see you next one. Peace.